What's up, guys? It's Matt here from Matt's Great World. And today is going to be the video that I'm sure some of you have been waiting for. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the first two singles off of Godsmack's eighth and, at this point, last studio album, Lighting Up the Sky. They're called Surrender and You and I. So I'm not really going to waste any time in this intro other than saying they're really good tracks. So when I say that these are good tracks, that's obviously a very subjective statement. So let's dive into why I think these are good tracks right off the bat. We'll start with Surrender. This was the lead single for Lighting Up the Sky, and Surrender was released long before we even knew that Lighting Up the Sky was going to be the title of the album. And this was released before we knew the artwork or anything, really. This was the only hint of what was to come off of the album, and of course that's what lead singles are supposed to do. It's supposed to pull people in, and that's what Surrender did, essentially. It's Godsmack at the height of their power, in my opinion. It's got very distorted guitars. It sounds so great. Shannon's drumming is remarkable, and Sully Erna sounds fantastic. If this is the quote-unquote sound of Godsmack, because I know that they're known for being kind of heavy, and I have heard a few of their older songs, but not a lot to really kind of get a scope of what they sounded like back in their heyday. But this is by far probably one of the best tracks I've heard from them since discovering the band's with their last album, When Legends Rise, which I thought was a really good album. And if you want me to talk more about that album on the channel, let me know in the comments or leave a like if that's your preferred method of communication. But to be completely honest, Surrender kind of kicked the door down, and it opened up a flash flood of opportunities for whatever was going to come next. And all in all, I do enjoy this song in so many different areas. Like I said, the guitars and drums and vocals all sounded fantastic, but it's the lyrics that kind of got me thinking. And Sully Erna writes his lyrics based on personal experience and his own life. So I was kind of thinking about it, and while I don't exactly know the full context of what Sully's talking about here, Surrender definitely does sound like a song where he's talking about a moment in someone's life where they're just like, I just need to kind of find myself again, or I just need a break from this cycle that I'm in, and I need to kind of reinvent myself, if that makes any sense. And all in all, I think that that is a very unique topic to kind of talk about, and it's something that a lot of people go through, even at early ages. Like myself, I'm kind of in that point where I've kind of just been caught in a grind with school and sports, and I'm just ready for it to be over because I just want to be doing something that's a little less intensive. If I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about, because boy, does swimming take a toll on you, to be completely honest. And this song definitely reflects that whole mentality of just being worn down and needing a break and needing to just separate from whatever is causing that state of just unhappiness, for lack of a better term. And it even says that straight up in the bridge of this track. It's a cool 3 minutes and 40 some odd seconds, so it's fits right within that radio rock format, which Godsmack has been known to use in the past. But this doesn't just sound like fan service. This sounds like them still writing good quality music, even though the majority of them are into their mid to late 50s, which is incredible. If that's any indication. So the second single that's been released so far is called You and I. Now, this one threw me for a loop at first, I'm not gonna lie. The lyrics definitely made made me do a double take. But I've kind of put that into the back of my mind and I just focused on the music this time around. And this time around, I just noticed that the guitars and drums again are once again spot on. Shannon, Sully, Tony, and Robbie, all the guys in the band are firing on all cylinders on this one. And it's a very cinematic slash psychedelic rock tune. I don't know how else to put it, because if you put those two things together, for whatever reason, you get Godsmack. I don't know how or why, but there you go, at least in my opinion. You and I is definitely the message of the lyrics is very clear. It's about that person who kind of changes your perception on things and changes your life, and you just feel like you can't live without them, and that they're part of your world, and you know um, you can just be, even though the whole world is crumbling. So again, that's a very common theme to talk about in ballads and stuff like that. But this one doesn't sound like a ballad at all. It's more of a it's more of a song that's praising someone, but in a very Godsmack like way. So I wasn't expecting that from this single, but what surprised me more is that this song is over 5 minutes long. And when I looked at it, I'm like, oh, great, they're going to put a guitar solo in here somewhere. And they did, and it sounds awesome. Remember that psychedelic slash cinematic comment that I made earlier? That's where that comes in. The guitar solo adds that cinematic feel, but the little melody that you can hear with the guitar, and, you know, Sully singing over that, just going, just doing like a little or something like that. Uh, my voice is tired, so I know that sounded like crap. Uh, but all in all, it just sounds very mysterious and very psychedelic, and it just kind of this whole track kind of just takes you on a journey, especially in that guitar solo part of the song, and the chorus is just so well done, and it's so memorable, but also it kicks down the door towards the end, and it pulls you right back in when you feel like the song, you're losing uh, your attention to the song, and you're just not quite in that zone. But then Sully brings you right back with his vocals, and he sounds absolutely amazing on this track. I've never heard Sully sing better. It's just incredible to really witness and listen to, and I really hope I can get to see Godsmack while they're touring this record, and I hope I can see them play not just this song, but also Surrender. In conclusion, You and I and Surrender are both really, really good singles to kind of start everything off heading into the release of the record. Now, it is entirely possible that Godsmack could come out with another single before the end of January, or even before the record comes out on February 24th. And if they do, I will definitely be making a video on that when that occurs, or if it even occurs. So keep an eye out for that. But all in all, these tracks definitely sound like a very cohesive sound, a very cohesive, piece, almost, I guess you could say. Like, I could listen to them both back to back for hours on end, and I could honestly get them confused after a while, because they sound so similar, but they also sound so different at the same time, which is not hard to pull off. But when you're a band as big as Godsmack, who has a quote unquote sound, um, it can be tricky to kind of deviate from that while still also, making sure that you're appeasing old fans and making sure that they get some of that nostalgia, for lack of a better term. Um, but all things considered, I do think that these two singles are fantastic. And while I do jive with the lyrics um, for both songs, and I do enjoy the instrumentation, I am excited to hear the record as a whole, and I will be dropping a review of it the Monday after it drops, which I believe is January 27th. I mean, February 27th, excuse me. So, yeah, there is that. So, that's all I have to say on these two songs. And I really won't have more to say about them until I hear the full record, because this is just a taste of what Lighting Up the Sky is going to be, and I'm excited to hear the rest of the record. So, again, keep an eye out for that review, and also keep an eye out in case another single drops and I do a review of it. All in all, that's all I really have to say. So I'm gonna stop talking and let you all be on your way tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And as always, stay safe, stay warm, stay safe. It's never goodbye. It's just till next time. Alright, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, and like I said, keep your eyes peeled, because I will be back with more Godsmack content within the next few weeks and month. Alright, see you guys.